Hi there, Steve Kaufman. By the way, I'm going to finish up with a little bit of Portuguese for my friends in Brazil, if I can wing it, because I haven't even listened to Portuguese for I don't know, years maybe. I want to talk today about fast and slow, which is an aspect of the importance of variety in language learning. As you know, I've started with Greek. I had a brief look at living language, which I didn't find very useful. I looked at and started using some of the content that we had at Link, including the story, like Who is She, some of our beginner material. I discovered that for a language, for me, like Greek, where I essentially have no related vocabulary from other languages, those texts are quite difficult. Then, as I have been explaining here, we started this project of creating mini stories. I have hired a writer that has been writing these stories where each level, like 20 stories, and then second level 20 stories, focuses on different aspects of the basic patterns of English. Each story, as I said, has a part A, and then a different point of view, part B, and then questions. I have since discovered that this method of learning languages, which I learned about from Piotr when I studied Polish, came via A.J. Hogue, who in turn says that the originator of this is a gentleman by the name of Blaine Ray, who is behind this TPRS approach to language learning, which again is a very innovative and very effective way of learning. Now, one of the benefits for me of getting into these stories, and there are many, because the stories are great, because you hear essentially the same vocabulary in 3 different forms, it's very repetitive and it helps to have it sink in. When I do my little activities on Link after each lesson, again, because I save both words and phrases, so then I have to go through these words and phrases in dictation and fill in the blanks and flashcards and so forth and so on. And it has elevated the level of my Greek. However, a big point is that the gentleman who recorded or is recording these stories in Greek speaks very quickly. So I have been listening to him, and it sounds very quick. And gee, is that how Greek people speak? It seems so fast, you know. However, because the story repeats more or less the same vocabulary, repeats 3 times, you eventually end up getting it. You listen, it's a blur. Read it again, go through some of my vocabulary activities. I'm helped by the text-to-speech so that I can actually hear it slowed down. Then I go listen to him again, speaking very quickly. And so I've been doing this now. That's been my diet. I've gone through about 16 of these stories. And now today I listen to Who is She again. And all of a sudden, Who is She, which is one of the stories we have at Link in all languages, and we have it for Greek, which had seemed to me so fast that even after reading it and saving words, I'd listen to Who is She. I mean, they were just going too quickly. I couldn't catch what they were saying. Now, after having spent a week on fast, material narrated quickly, I go back to Who is She, and it's slow. I understand it. I hear every word clearly. So the point, I think, in all of this is, many people stay with beginner material which is narrated slowly. I really recommend that you expose yourself, and not just for a day, but for a continued period of time, to material that is narrated quickly. And you will slowly get used to this higher speed. And you may still struggle, but then when you go back to that material which maybe when you first started out seemed fast, you discover, in fact, that it was slow. So I think we need to do fast and slow. I also have said we need to do it difficult and easy in terms of the content that we use. We need to use different sources, go over the same material using, different lessons and stuff. So variety is important, but in particular, if you have trouble with listening comprehension, I recommend that however painful it might be, expose yourself to a lot of material that's narrated quickly. Make sure you can then read and save the words and try to again get the gist, and then you listen and you still don't understand it. All of that is training your brain to move more quickly in terms of, hearing and defining the words that you are listening to. Some of which you may know, some of which you may not know. So the message today is fast and slow. Expose yourself, if you haven't already done so, to material at a normal speed, which to you will appear very fast. That's it. Bye for now. Agora vou tentar de falar em português. E porque tem muito tempo que não falo português, não escuto português, então será um pouco difícil. Mas quero falar explicar um pouco sobre essas mini histórias que agora estou usando para aprender o grego. E essas mini histórias, essa é uma maneira de contar histórias. Tem uma secção, uma parte de cada história que é a história mesmo, não? E dopo uma segunda parte que é a mesma história de um outro ponto de vista. Pode ser uma história que fala de Sergio que non so, trabalha na oficina e que non gosta de seu trabalho e quiser mudar de trabalho e outra coisa. Após, tem a mesma história do ponto de vista de Sergio, que diz eu non gosto do meu trabalho, quero mudar de trabalho, blá, 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 blá. E a terceira parte, que é a parte de questões. Aí tem muitas questões sobre o mesmo conteúdo. E essas histórias é uma maneira de... essas são histórias muito interessantes. E há uma repetição das mesmas palavras, mesmas frases, e é muito eficaz. E agora estou usando essas histórias. Mas quero usando essas histórias para aprender grego. Mas comecemos com histórias em inglês. Então temos essas histórias em nossas bibliotecas no link. Mas eu pedi ajuda para traduzir essas histórias em outras línguas. E quero dizer que a resposta de os brasileiros, muitas pessoas que diziam que podem ajudar ou seja, a tradução, ou seja, a gravação dessas histórias em português. Muito obrigado por isso. E também hoje dizia que a aprendizagem de línguas é muito importante escutar coisas muito rápidas e não somente escutar coisas faladas a um ritmo muito devagar. Este é muito importante para o treinamento do cérebro. Ok. Muito obrigado a mis amigos brasileiros por sua ajuda e um abraço. Até logo.